What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 13 of the Ascent of Alain Sports and Cultural Club. And yes, we are in the World Division 19, promoted last season. Let's see how we get on this year. Not too many transfers to tell you guys about, but a few here and there. This season, I brought in a lot of new youngsters. They'll mostly be covered in the next episode of the Academy, which I will be uploading tomorrow if we can get 200 likes on this video. So there is a goal. Smash the like button and we'll get an Academy episode up tomorrow where I cover all the youngsters I brought in, of which there were plenty. But first things first, let's do a transfer roundup of the things that weren't the youngsters coming in. And to be honest, there wasn't too much to tell you guys about. In the end, I signed two players. I got in Meriqui. I have no idea if that's correct or not, but this guy, pacey striker, good, nice little bit of an ability, coming for a fairly hefty fee, but we had the money to spend. You can see I still have loads of money left, just no one really to spend it on, so yeah. So we got him in, and then we also got in German Pinto, or Jermaine Pinto, I don't know. We'll go with German Pinto for now. Argentine goalkeeper, very good talent. Going to be sitting on the bench for us, but I thought it'd be good to get a kind of substitute keeper who's a young prospect to go alongside Alex Smithies. So yeah, you may have noticed a kind of lack, I guess, of transfers. The reason for this being is that I've decided to pretty much stick it out with the same team that we have from last season. The main difference actually being is that I've promoted a lot of the youngsters who were in the youth team last season, and I want to get them playing a lot more of a kind of hands-on role in the team. So you'll see players like Richard at right back, who of course played a fair bit last year. However, I've kind of sold who was our first choice striker at the time, Michel, to Cotiba. Or Coritiba, doesn't matter, probably. I'm sorry if you're Portuguese or Brazilian and I've just totally butchered that name. It doesn't even matter. We sold him for 3.8 million. Other players on the outs, the big ones, Bastos and Jayan, that's really opened up a lot of wages. Ryan Gould, I decided to let go too. He's really struggled, to be honest, to adapt to the club. Definitely not kind of developed as I'd hoped, and I've got a lot better prospects in the youth team, so it just seemed a little bit silly to keep him on. And then on the other sales, Alan came in last season. I can't remember how much he came in for now. 700k he's gone out for. He came in for 850. As a striker, to play 15 appearances and score 1 goal, it's not exactly ideal. And with the promotion of a lot of young strikers, he really isn't needed at the club. I also sold Victor Klassen, if that's how you pronounce it. Again, answers on a postcard, please. But this guy playing for Dynamo Bucharest now. He's a good kind of key player when I first signed him in. However, he really has become a fringe player of late. And rather than have an unhappy player who's probably not going to play a lot of football at the club, I thought it was just better to sell him. The only other major transfer, Mark Grant going out on loan. Hopefully first team football is going to benefit him and aid his development. So those are the kind of dealings on that front. So moving into the team itself for this year, this is what I've kind of, I guess, bookmarked as kind of my best team in terms of I want to give a lot of the younger players who have potential a lot more opportunities in the first team, and this is how we're going to line up. So Rojas is going to move into the left wing position where Michel Bastos is. Cara and Smithies and Godinez are really the other older players, and then besides that, a very young kind of side. I'll give you a quick roundup of our squad in terms of the starting 11. So in goal, Alex Smithies, good keeper for us, played for us the last 3 years, never been amazing in goal, but keepers in FM this year really haven't been that great when it comes to their ratings and whatever, but he's held firm for now. At right back we go with Cyril or Ceriel, I don't know, Richard, we'll just call him Richard. He's a French left wing back, right back, God, I can't get my words out today, French. He's French, he's got new hair, I installed the new face mod. If you missed the video on that, I uploaded it earlier today, you should check that out. But I installed that and it changed all my players' hair, so you'll see when we come on some of the other regions, including Mr. Hansel Vera, he has a new haircut. But anyway, Richard, good player, good positive kind of talent, I suppose. Nice to just get him in the starting lineup at right back. Then we go with Cara and Godinez. Cara obviously came in last year, signed an extension onto his contract of another 2 years. He's on 54k a week, but all things considering, with the amount of money we have kind of free, it's not that big of a sum. He averaged just shy of an 8.0 average rating last year. He was injured for a good part of it, so that was the lack of performances came down to that. But when he did perform and when he did play, he played very well for us. Alongside him we have Rodrigo Godinez, the maestro, this guy, amazing centre-back. 21 appearances last year, averaged a 7.75 average rating. Obviously in our league you only play 23 games, so to feature in 21 of them gives you an idea of how good he was for us last year, so he sticks in the side. Next player, Kenji Sugihara, a new hair for him as well. Quality little left-back, this guy. The Japanese son, who I said I was going to twerk if he scored a hat-trick. He didn't do it, but besides that, he really didn't let us down last year. 16 appearances, averaged a 7.33 average rating. Looking to really get him featuring in the first team for as many games as possible now. Loads of potential for this guy to improve, and you can see, looking at all kind of his stats, he's improving. He's got plenty of ability left to fulfill, and I'm hoping we're going to have him at the club for some time to come. Moving on to the midfield, mix things up this year. The ball-winning midfielder we're going to be going with is Toshihide Ota. This guy, another Japanese player, quality little ball-winning player. Lots of potential, this guy as well, to improve. I want to get him in the first team as much as I can, and I really hope that by kind of playing him here as often as possible, he's going to develop into one of the superstars of our team. Alongside him, Will Hughes, slightly unhappy at the moment, but besides that, we're clinging on to him and he's not requested a transfer just yet. He's a good player. He's improved a little bit, perhaps not as much as you'd expect, but of course we are Alain. We don't exactly have the best youth and kind of training facilities in the world, but since he's come in 3 years ago for £13 million, he has played a fair bit for the club, racking up just shy of 90 appearances, which is pretty darn impressive, and he's been a very good player for us, so I'm really happy to still have him at the side, and I'm really hoping that he's going to continue to perform in this Division 19. Moving higher up, Gabriel Barbosa, of course, played striker last year. This year he's moving out onto the right wing. Going to be trying him out there, see how he gets on. Obviously, he could move slightly more narrow and into the striker position if need be. Looking at his past performances, he's racked up a really impressive 41 goals in 70 games for us and 14 assists, and I'm hoping he can kind of replicate those kind of performances again this year. Marco Rojas, we've already covered slightly. Good little left winger. That is where he'll be playing this year. Last year, 20 assists in 21 games, averaged a 7.75 average rating, £2.8 million well spent on him, and he's definitely already kind of returning, I guess, the investment that we put into him. Then moving into the up-fronters and the strikers, first player here, Lewis Beasley. Doesn't look 17, he looks like 40 odd, but he's a quality little man in the air. Going to win everything for us, I hope. 2 under-21 goals for England in 1 appearance. He's 17, loads of ability in the air, and I want to get him playing up front alongside the man, the myth, the legend, Hansel Vera, with his new haircut, who again is playing really well. He went with the USA to the Olympics, as did both Ota and Sugihara for Japan, and he's come back and he's still travelling at the moment, so he won't feature today. However, he's come back as good as he was before, and he performed really well for the USA in the Olympics. So yeah, the bench has stayed largely the same. Pinto, the Argentine keeper, makes a kind of feature here. Rosbach, the other goalkeeper, is going out on loan, hopefully. And then the other players that you can see here, pretty much standard. A few new players promoted. If you've watched the academy, you might recognise some of these guys, but we have the likes of Alex Nicolaides, the Spartan. This guy, amazing striker, may even kind of feature a fair bit, just depending on what happens with, obviously, Beasley. And Vera's out, so I'm actually going to start him today, and we'll see how he gets on there. But he's a very good player. And then another player who's been promoted to the first team is Emir Salibasic, or Basic. I'll let you guys decide how you want to say his name. But this guy, looking like a very hot talent for us. Man City and Bayern are both interested in him, but I'm determined to cling on to this guy. Amazing talent. Again, another striker. So we've got plenty of young strikers in the side. And then besides that, the squad stays largely the same from last year. Alessandro Lisi, we've got back on loan again from Man City for the year. Really happy to see him come to the club. In fact, he's here for 2 seasons rather than the one, which I'm pretty happy about. Of of course, this year on FM you can offer to loan a player to the end of next season. We've got this guy for the next 2 years. We're not paying any of his wages. And I'm very, very happy to have this guy playing for us because he's a quality centre mid. So he's a really good player. Excited to have him back. Florin, obviously, our natural kind of defensive talent, is developing quite nicely. Starting to learn that centre-back position that I talked about in the previous Academy episode. And hopefully he'll be featuring there before too long as well. Still needs to improve in the air, but he's still got plenty of time to do that. 18 years old, rocking a brand new headband since I updated my face pack and the regen pack. So yeah, that is the squad. That is what we kind of kick off the season with, largely unchanged. As for the tactics, we're going to be sticking with what's been serving us well. The only change really being a slight change to our front two. Rather than playing the poacher and advance forward, I'm going to be playing a target man and an advance forward for the most part. Reason for this being is Beasley makes a really good player to win the ball in the air, as does the Spartan, Alex here, another good player in the air, so he can certainly cover that role. But he also makes quite a good advance forward. So yeah, we'll see how we got on today. Today's game is going to be against, oh god, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even. We'll call them Zelj. We'll call them Zelj for short. But looking at our league, these are the teams that feature. Got the Millwall, Huddersfield, Hearts. So we're starting to get into leagues where perhaps there's a few more teams you guys might recognise. Also got FC Dallas there. Still expect us to really stomp this league, but you know what? We've got to do it, and we are going to have to do it, I suppose. I said that 2 years ago, we were going to stomp in the very first season, and it didn't happen, and I lost on the last day of the season, and then I had to record an episode containing my rage. But today, we kick things off playing against Zelj, and hopefully we can get a result. Seeing how our youngsters get on here, had a really good pre-season in terms of players playing a lot of games. As for the extra competition, I mentioned this last episode, but I believe there is a competition that runs for I think it's the top 4 teams in every division, and then every team in the Premier League kind of division go into this tournament. Now the draw for that hasn't been made. When I checked the competition page, it says that like last year's kind of final still, so I'm hoping that that's going to update and that we will be in that competition, but as of right now I don't know if that's working or not in the database. The only reason that I can think it isn't is because it's not loaded up the fixtures, but realistically it really should be in the game, and I'm pretty sure it is. It's just one of those things where I'm not 100% sure just yet. But anyway, 0-0. Almost half time here. Let's see if we can grab a chance late on. We're sticking with the 4-4-2 that served us so well. Good win there. Otter, thread him through, my son. Obviously, Japanese players kind of what's the word? Featuring in our squad quite a lot. Oh god, he's fast. Get there, keeper. Good play, Smithies. But no, you know, we've got a few Japanese players. We've obviously got the Spartan, who's Greek. Beasley, who's English. Go on, the Spartan. There it is. Boom. This could be a good season, I think. This is last year I kind of regretted not playing more of the young players. So this year I looked at the academy and I kind of handpicked 5 or 6 players and said, you guys are good enough to play in the first team. We're going to play you here and I want you guys to develop. And already the Spartan shows us what he's made of, grabbing a goal there, which will see us go into the lead at half-time 1-0. Not amazing, but there's a lot more to come, I think, from our team. No one reacting to the team talk because they're all boring. Finally, Rojas does something. I'm actually going to switch our instructions to work ball into the box. We actually had 7 shots on target there, but only 1 on target. Usually that's a sign that you're just taking too many long shots. So the work ball into the box shout is a really useful one for that. And hopefully in the second half we can maybe grab a few more whilst holding kind of firm at the back. But no, young team. I'll be interested to see what you guys make of my decision kind of not to sign too many players. I want to start relying a little bit more on our youth, not throwing millions of pounds, although we do have it at our disposal if need be, and just continually invest in youth and see where it gets us. And I think it's kind of exciting seeing some of the younger players just come through the ranks and do their job. Go on, Suggy. Don't foul him though, whatever you do, Suggy, because you're already booked. I'll defend that. Get it out. Get it out. But no, what do you guys make of my kind of plan in terms of this year not signing anyone? I'm curious, has anyone else done this and had success? I think it will work for us because the young players that we have are very good young players. Go on. Oh, keeper saves. But no, I'm looking forward to the season. Like last season was kind of a a routine job. We lost one game all year. This year, perhaps went a little bit more on the line by playing a few more younger players, but I'm hoping long term that a lot of these players who are featuring now at the age of 16 will play at the club for a good 20 years and kind of be a large part of our success, when they're 36, and then we can hopefully get a few on as coaches as well, kind of in the long run. So getting them in young, getting them in, playing early. I mean, it already showed really with Hansel Vera how important just playing regular first team football was. He really stepped up to the mark as well when I gave him that opportunity, and I'm hoping a lot more of our youngsters are going to do that today. So I'm kind of tempted to make a change here. Let's make a few changes. We'll bring on Florin for Otter, just like for like in terms of young defensive players. Muriki has not played yet for the club, so we'll give him a debut. And I think we'll stick with that. We won't make all of our changes all at once, but just a few. Get some fresh legs on. It doesn't really matter too much at the start of the season. Hopefully we can hold out for a lead here and retain our lead and get a win. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. Come on, boys. Is the Spartan going to be taking it again? I think he is. Can he double his goal scoring tally for the season? Alex Nicolaides. Oh, he missed it. Wow. Well, I bigged that up so much. How anticlimactic. I bet they score now from the counter-attack. Defend that. That'll do. This isn't a bad performance, I suppose. We're dominating the game. Just a lack of shots on target, I suppose, which is a little bit of a shame, and it's not all over yet. We are going to have to defend it, get it out. That'll do. Now let's break. Good ball. Oh, Beasley. I thought he was in. Go on, my son. Get the ball in. Two good players in the air. Beasley, oh my gosh. How's the keeper saved that? Their keeper's on fire, but they're still losing. But no, their keeper's had a really good game here. There's a few chances which maybe we should have buried, but ultimately a win is a win. And it's nice just to get 3 points on the board, assuming we can now cling on for the remaining 3 minutes. As the assistant shows it, oh my gosh, there's another replay. Please don't be a goal. No, don't do it, FM. No, don't do it. Oh God, I hate this game so much. What a shit biscuit. Oh my God, this game. Outplayed them off the park, second shot on target, and they score. FM's the name of the game, I suppose, guys. Oh, I think this has just been one of those games, unless we can do something in 2 minutes, which, you never know. We've switched to overload in case you didn't notice. Oh, wait, is this a cup game? Apparently this is a cup game. Well, you learn something new every day. Jack, wake up. You should be paying attention more to your own series. Oh dear. Well, we'll see how we get on here. This is not ideal, though. I don't want to play extra time. We're going to stick with overload and fluid as well. This isn't. I assume this is the lower division cup. I'm not sure what league this team are in then. Hopefully. Oh, well, this has gone tits up in 4 minutes. Oh dear. Hey, FM. Why you do this? Oh my gosh, my keeper sucks. To be fair, losing this wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, I wouldn't lose sleep over it, because ultimately this competition is fought out between the teams from the 10th division to the 20th. We're in the 19th division, so there are some very strong teams in here, and it's not an easy competition to win. I would like to win it at some point, but something tells me that today is just going to be one of those days, although it's not over. I suppose it's not over yet. I shouldn't kind of discount the team now. We could still score a few. We're a better team on paper, I think. We've had the better of the play. Perhaps just a little bit unfortunate to concede a few. Beasley, bury that. It's in. 2-2. Let's go, boys. I don't want penalties, though. Please, anything but penalties. We've had four clear-cut chances and scored 2. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all, but I will take it. I still can't get over how old Beasley looks either. He looks like I don't know, like a 50-year-old man, and apparently he's 16 or 17. Slightly worrying. Maybe he's lying about his age, like, is it? Oh God, which footballer is it? Is it Yakubu? Who everyone's not sure how old he actually is. Maybe he's like him. Maybe Beasley is the next Yakubu in terms of lying about his age. Oh God, Florin, don't get sent off. That's the last thing I need. 10 minutes, can we get a goal? I don't want penalties. Don't make it go to penalties. Please don't do it. Please. Oh, chance. Bury that. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Get it back in. Sweat it. Oh, you've missed it. Well, that's game. We're going to penalties, boys. Oh, God. Right. Auto pick. Start penalty shootout. Let's go, boys. See how we get on here. Silimovic scores for them. I can see why this is going. FM, why do you do this? Well, while the penalties are going on, I'm not even going to talk about the game. But yeah, I just want to say a quick thank you for 10,000 subscribers. Obviously, I did a Q&A video on it. If you missed that video, be sure to go and check that out. It's on my channel. I did a Q&A vlog thing, so if you're curious to see what face speaks this voice, you're more than welcome to check that out. What other stuff's been going on my channel? Obviously, I've done a few tips and tricks videos. Hopefully, you guys have been finding them useful. I did a finding regens video last weekend. If anyone has any more suggestions for videos they'd like to see, feel free to kind of send some suggestions my way. I am moving back to my flat over Saturday. I'm at my parents' house for Christmas, but I'm back at uni as of Saturday. I'm a little bit busy with uni work. I'm hoping to keep a schedule of videos going up at least every other day. And then as of Monday next week, I won't have any more work to do for a little while, so I can stream a lot more because I'll be back at uni and I won't have bad internet and it'll be amazing. Oh yes, they've missed. So yeah, hopefully streaming last week of January. Keep your eyes on that. Right, come on boys, bury that. Right, if they have to score this, don't they? Please miss. Please miss. Why do FN penalties take so long? It's the nervy walk as you see the dot stride up. Miss it. Oh, he scored. Right, please bury this. Who's going to be taking it? I'm hoping my assistant pick wisely here. Okay, we've got Richard, a 16-year-old right back, or 17 now. He's aged, I forgot to remember, and he buries it. Of course he does. 5-4. We win on penalties. That's an okay win. Next time I'm going to check what competition I'm actually playing a match in. Seems to be a useful tip. Oh dear. Well, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Slightly different, I suppose, to the normal in terms of the commentary. It was a little bit different, a little bit eccentric in parts, and a little bit rambly. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed regardless. You guys seem to be loving this series. As I mentioned earlier, if we get 200 likes on this video, I will be uploading the Academy episode 2 tomorrow. So you guys can see all of these youth prospects, which I'm showing here. Look how good they are. If you want to see more of that, be sure to smash the like button. If you've got any comments with regards to the save, feel free to leave them down below. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.